Hey, what's going on YouTube? How are you? Hiking Dave here, N.E. Bigfoot. Thank you so much for clicking and coming by. Let's jump right into this topic because it is vast. Different theories that people have, camps, all different kind of camps that believe in different variations of what they believe Bigfoot is. And it is the question of the century of what is it? What is it? So I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and I'm going to give you my opinion on how close I am to believing one thing or another. And that's kind of what it is a belief, because there's no proof of anything at the moment. So first off, we'll start with Sasquatch being a bipedal hominid. And I hear Dr. Jeff Meldrum speak of this. He believes that it is a bipedal hominid from the orangutan ape family, a subspecies of human. So, and I'm closer to that than anything else. I am of the belief that Sasquatch is a bipedal hominid as well. I believe it has human DNA, part hominid, part human. And as crazy as that may sound to outsiders or whatever, I'm closer to that than anything else. But being an extremely open-minded person, I invite all theories, and I like to look into all theories. Another theory is that Sasquatch is alien. I've heard some things that aliens brought Sasquatch to this planet and kind of observed Sasquatch and his interactions with us, maybe, possibly, or how Sasquatch survives and lives on this planet. There are some eyewitnesses that say that they've seen Sasquatch with a beam of light over it and a UFO hovering above, kind of insinuating maybe that the UFO beamed down this Sasquatch. I don't mean to laugh at that, and I shouldn't. I'm not close to that, really. I really do believe that Sasquatch is part hominid, part human. Now, there's another camp that believes that Sasquatch is interdimensional. Now, I guess you could say interdimensional. You could add alien into that. I'm not, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around different dimensions. I've done a little looking into that. There's tons of information on the interwebs and on YouTube. Really cool videos of interdimensions and stuff like that, and how other dimensions exist right along with us. We just can't see them. They're on a different plane, so to speak. I really know basically nothing about it, so I'm not going to get into that. But the reason why, it's kind of a way to explain that how you can hear something right near you, or something is right there, but you just can't see it. Could be explained as far something like an interdimensional travel, and why I've heard it said maybe that's why oftentimes when you find a track or a Bigfoot print, there's only one or two. I know I have seen long tracks and stuff like that on YouTube videos and stuff like that. But it could kind of explain that why I have found one print before. I found 3 prints one time, and they were 2 different sizes. One was facing one direction, and 30 feet away, there were 2 tracks about 6 or 7 feet apart of a smaller print, or not as large as the one print. And it's like, well, where's the rest of the prints? And so that interdimensional thing, I guess you could use that and as to explain away why there's only 1 or 2 prints and you don't find a long trackway. Another theory is that Sasquatch is an experiment, a government experiment or a hybrid. Now, I could kind of follow that line of thought, that it's kind of hybrid. That's where I kind of think it's half hominid, half human. It being a genetically modified being by some government scientific research laboratory is not that far-fetched. If you have ever looked into what the government does, researching and things like that, I do not put it past our government. You know, Dogman is possibly something that I've heard talked about, that Dogman could possibly be a government experiment gone wrong, or a government experiment gone right, and that's exactly what they wanted out of it, and one gets away or two gets away, or it's intentionally put out into nature to see what happens. That's just a few theories that I kind of wanted to touch on. This was you know, I have no script. I very rarely do, and when I do have a script, you see me reading it from a notebook, but I just kind of was waiting out the rain, and I decided my mind was going, and I decided to talk to you guys about different theories. So, there's just a small handful: the bipedal hominid, the hominid, part human, alien, a government experiment, interdimensional. Then you have the possibility that these are spirits. I believe that a lot of in the Native American or Indian culture or folklore, they talk that it's a spirit dwelling type creature, that kind of is an overseer of Mother Nature type thing. And, a lot of folklore in American Indian culture talks about it's a spirit type entity. That's interesting as well. And that's kind of if you're into that paranormal type thing, I am not so much, but so there's just a few talking points for what Sasquatch is. It's the absolute biggest question that I have consistently in my mind is what it is. What is it? We can call it whatever you put, whatever name you want to it. Grassman, forest folk, forest people, forest friends, Bigfoot, Grassman, swamp ape. But the question of the century is, what is it? And I thought I would talk to you guys about that and get some of your feedback on what you believe this possibly could be. Again, I'm not so close to the alien part as I am to the bipedal hominid / human. I'm a little further away even with the alien concept. I would lean more towards, aside from the alien and interdimensional type being, I'm closer to a government experiment. I could completely see that this is something that was created by, some evil genius, or not so evil. I'm just saying I could see it being created by humans, some kind of crossbreeding or something like that. It's not that far-fetched if you do any kind of looking around on the internet. So there you have it, guys. Something to think about. I would enjoy your feedback. Any and all feedback is welcomed. And I think it has stopped raining. I've got a few hours. I got caught out in the rain a little while ago. I came back to my vehicle to get the proper equipment, my proper gear on. And I appreciate you coming by and clicking, and I'll definitely see you guys on the next one.